Hello and welcome to Mystical Adventures. I'm your host, Anne Vivian. I'm so glad you've joined me. Today we're going to be exploring a Pleiadean message and working with cosmic entities. I'm really excited to share with you. So the spirit helper of the week are the Pleiadians, which are a star being, aka an extraterrestrial. I like the term star being myself. And they are actually from the Pleiadean Star cluster, which is in the Taurus constellation. It's about 400 light years away. It's also called the Seven Sisters. There's lots of myths about it. There's Greek myths. The seven sisters, are the daughters of Atlas. There are myths all over the world that have to do with the Pleiades and this beautiful star cluster that you can see in the night sky. There's a Lakota folk tale that says humans originated from the Pleiades and that we'll return to it once we've passed on to the next life. There's a belief in the metaphysical community that the Pleiades are actually future humans and very evolved humans, sort of the next evolution in human consciousness. And when we have advanced from our earthly karmic cycle and our lives here, and we've learned as much as we can, then we ascend to the Pleiades and we become Pleiadian. And some people have talked about, you can even find them on YouTube, experiences with Pleiadian star beings that appear to be their future selves. So Pleiadians are one type of star being. There are many types of evolved star beings. Another few examples are Arcturians, Andromedons, Sirians. And these are from our galaxy and other galaxies. They're evolved entities that can function as spirit guides. They can function as teachers. And of course, not all of the life in the galaxy and the entities in other dimensions are friendly and helpful to work with. But the Pleiades are an example of a highly evolved extraterrestrial group of beings. And they are known for being very heart-centered. They're known for being very peaceful, very expressive, imaginative, and they care deeply about the earth. There are some star beings who decide to incarnate as humans on this earth, and the Pleiadians are one of these star beings. So some earthlings are actually, in their soul consciousness, have spent many or most of their lives from the Pleiadian star system. Some of the star beings I'm talking about do not have as dense of a body as we earthlings. And so these are more higher dimensional beings that if we even saw one, it would have to change its form in order for us to perceive it because it is on such a higher dimension and frequency. And incarnating into an earthly life is one way these star beings can come to the earth and help us because they're 100% human in their body. And they've come here with that soul consciousness and with that intention for helping the earth. And they are able to live an earthly life and while bringing in that consciousness. So I'm going to read for you the Pleiadian message. So this is from the star beings from the Pleiades star system. And this is the message for the week. We come as a cluster, we come together. We are the light that shines from the sky to the earth. And as we look at you, we see ourselves. We see your struggles and the beauty you are trying to create on this planet. There's a lot of activity and movement around the earth at this time. And we are here to say you are not alone. You are one of the stars, one of the beings in this galaxy that has much to offer the world and the greater galaxy and universe. There are many forces that try to hold you back if you are not careful. And moving through the guilt and shame is a way that you can bypass these darker energies and challenges. We are encouraging you to remember your own light and that the forces of this galaxy are moving in ways that are designed to help you, are moving in ways that are designed to help you. Your work here on Earth is about change, and you are about to enter a new time of change with your kind. You are working through collective differences that can create disharmony when not addressed. It is forthcoming to you, and it is apparent to you as you work with these energies now appearing clearer before you that you cannot stand idly by while there is work to be done. You cannot, however, change everything or undertake what is not really a part of your own understanding. You have to understand what the work is to be done before you can do it. This involves understanding your own nature and the way in which the world works. There is a lot of disharmony among the planet because there are different forces and entities acting out their own dramas in this dimension. The way to understand how to work with these energies is to recognize that you are a part of this, but you do not have to play the game. You do not have to contribute to the disharmony. You can take a stand and create your own reality in the heart space and with love. This enables you to create more love on the planet and to see things more clearly, to disengage with the bullying and the fighting. The guilt and the shame that you feel is all part of the human experience and has become very distorted and magnified in this field at this time. It is important to disengage from this guilt and shame, to love yourself, and to send love to others. If you see another here on Earth engaging in the trauma, abuse, hatred, bullying, shaming, or other lowly behavior or approach to life, you can send them love without uplifting what they do and without viewing it as acceptable. Try to see what is happening on your planet with a spirit of love and kindness, and you will find you can understand people's motives and behavior with more clarity. Harmonize yourself with this golden light that we are sending to you. It is a light of soul energy. Use your own light and shine it. And remember, this is the most powerful force, the force of your heart. As you let go of the need for others to approve you, you allow yourself to see inside someone's soul who is enacting behaviors that are threatening or harmful, and you help to disentangle and disengage the energies around it. There is less guilt and shame among all of you who enforce this love and light. We are all souls of light. As we recognize each other's light, it helps to strengthen the aura of the planet and helps your planet move into a new age with more grace and abilities to shine even brighter. This planet will be able to move forward as we let go of the greed, selfishness, self-hatred, and violence. A new earth awaits. It is not impossible. It is in the stars. We send our love, our blessings. Know that we are watching you and sending you our love. We desire for you to have peace. What a beautiful message from the Pleiades. I channeled it. It was the Spirit Helper of the Week, which, as you know, is the entity that comes to me, heart-centered entity that comes to me, angel guide or star being, etc., for a message for guidance and hope for the week ahead. It's interesting what these Pleiadians said about letting go of the guilt and the shame as a way to help our planet and help transcend the violence. Violence has a lot to do with guilt and shame. It has a lot to do with feeling of lack of love and attempting to protect oneself, attempting to compensate for feelings of insecurity and lack of love. And I feel the Pleiadian message today is helping us understand, even in our own inner circles, as we can not take things personally, not get triggered or hooked or unconsciously play into someone's lack of love or play into someone's self-hatred or protective mechanism they might be using, which is very destructive, the bullying and the violence, even projecting anger. As we can not take this personally, let go of taking it personally, recognize that we don't need everyone to love us. We don't need everyone to like us. And we don't need everyone's approval to be able to love ourselves, to not take other people's behavior so personally, and to see other people as loving entities here on our planet, to see each other, even though we're imperfect. We all have moments of guilt and shame and anger and even hatred. And to be able to love ourselves, to see past that, to love other people, to see past that. That's what we can, that's one of the things that we can do to utilize the golden light that the Pleiades are sending to us. The Pleiadians are blessing us and watching us and sending us this light, the light of source, of spirit, of Christ consciousness, of all of the heart-centered energy within us and around us. And every little act of forgiveness, every little act of love and shift from self-criticism, shift from protective lashing out or anger to trust and love. Every little bit adds up, and it affects the whole cosmos. And I think that's one really important experience I've had with working with star beings, is realizing we're all connected, and our actions have a huge effect on the whole galaxy, on the whole universe. And before I take the call, I do have someone on the line. I just want to give you a couple quick pieces of guidance and advice and suggestions for working with star beings. If you do want to work with star beings, first of all, the visitations that many humans are experiencing of star beings is increasing. And there are so many more sightings of UFOs, of unidentified objects in the sky, of extraterrestrial star being encounters. And they're becoming more and more common. It seems there is more interaction with the other planes and more openness on the earth to interacting with the intergalactic life forms. So I want to suggest, if you are visited by a star being, or you want to open yourself to being visited by a star being, and you sense that one is there, you want to try and sense what kind of energy it has first before working with it. And one of the things a lot of people in the metaphysical community talk about is, if you ask any entity that visits you, are you of the light? It has to answer truthfully. So if it says no, then according to this theory, don't work with it. But use your own intuition. Pray, meditate, use your own intuition to see if you sense a spirit, if it's helpful for you to work with and invite into your presence or not, or to tell it to leave. And as with any entity, the more you can master your own consciousness, the more you can balance your own psyche and conscious energy, the more you are able to work with other entities in a successful, balanced way. So always work on your own psyche, and make sure that you are doing everything you can to do that inner work as a foundation for working with any entity. But the star beings, many beautiful heart-centered star beings are here, and they're offering us a lot of help and guidance right now on the earth. Many more star beings are being called to the earth, I feel, because of the difficult times that are going on in the planet. And there are a lot of star seeds, a lot of star beings incarnating in human life as well. So blessings, Pleiadians, the Pleiades, thank you for that beautiful message. I love their beautiful energy as I felt them today. We have on the line, I believe, a caller, Emma. Is that right? Can you hear me, Emma?
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, I'm so delighted you called. Welcome. So you can hear me okay?
Yeah, perfectly, thank you.
Great. Well, what is your question today, my friend?
Do you know what it was? It was just with COVID and everything happening. Life is obviously being stressful for a lot of people all over the world. So I felt like my gran just passed away the other day, and just I think things have just been tough at home with like work and relationships and COVID. And I don't know, I suppose just a bit of direction if possible.
Sure. Well, let me just take a couple seconds it has been a very challenging year for so much of the world, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, really sorry to hear about your grandmother passing. Let me just tune into your energy. Yeah, let me just tune into your energy for a couple of seconds. It'll just be a couple seconds of silence, okay?
No problem. Take your time.
Well, as I'm tuning into your energy, I feel you're such a loving soul, Emma, and I feel there's quite a bit of people around you, and that you are someone who is very caring and takes responsibility for a lot of people around you in your personal life. And I also feel like there's a bit of it's almost like there's an overlap between your personal life and professional life. Does that make sense to you at all?
Yeah, definitely. I work in social care, so it's like a caring profession and stuff, so definitely relates.
Yeah, okay. And there's the caring. And it's almost like you don't see them as you see them in some ways as friends and family.
Yeah, I wouldn't treat them any differently just because they would have intellectual disabilities, but I wouldn't I don't treat them differently from I would the normal person I meet. So they're just whatever, they're just normal human beings to me, you know.
Yeah, well, and I think that shows your gift as a healer, and that you're able to normalize things for them so that they can feel like a human being and not a number.
Yeah, definitely. It's so important.
Yeah. So, Emma, I pulled some cards for you. I feel like overall things, even though I'm, again, really sorry to hear your grandmother pass, things are going well in a larger sense for you. It's been hard for you to take care of yourself, I'm hearing, but you've been able to get a lot of work done, and I feel like you are able to take a moment and slow down lately, and you're able to just sort of enjoy yourself a little bit more. So it feels like there's already a shift for you towards the positive in probably the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
All right, so for the challenge card, I pulled the Lovers. You're wanting to take something more seriously, I sense. I feel like you're wanting to make more of your own decisions and be less influenced by others with maybe some decisions regarding finance or just major life decisions. That does that make sense, that you're wanting to maybe clarify your own desires and
kind of just make my own decisions without having someone else's opinion, kind of, in a sense.
Yeah. So I think that's your challenge right now, and you actually aligning yourself with other people who believe in you and who are not afraid to tell you what they think, but who are also, I feel like the message I'm getting, Emma, is you have more confidence in yourself as you surround yourself with people who believe in you. So this can actually help you to clarify your decisions, if that makes sense. So be careful about exposing yourself to people who are not boosting you up, who are not encouraging you, because I feel like the decisiveness part has a lot to do with who you're surrounding yourself with.
Yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, great. I'm hearing May is a really big month for you coming up for some reason. And I know that's like a whole, 10 months away. But for some reason...
I know, it was like May.
May feels like a big month for you for some reason. So for the guidance
finish college then, maybe that's what it is. I finished my 5 years in college. Maybe that's because it's something that I never thought I would do. And because I didn't believe in myself. And it's kind of starting to kind of happen. So maybe
That's
what that is.
fantastic. Oh, congratulations. That's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
I feel like you're about to enter a period where you're going to be taking things more seriously. And as you're finishing up this college degree, you're ready to really jump ship. You're ready to find a new way of doing things. I think you're going to be walking through some new doors, and you're going to be able to take yourself more seriously. Other people will take yourself more seriously. It's like your reputation, your people respecting what you do. You are going to feel like you have more clout, I feel like. And so that's going to be really important to your soul. You really wanted to do this and get this education, I feel. And for the final result card, I pulled the World. And that's about moving through a whole new doorway, a whole new chapter of life. And I feel the direction you're moving in is a beautiful direction. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people who reach out to you. There's going to be a lot of opportunities coming your way. And that's probably why I heard May. That's around the time you're going to be graduating. But I feel like the guidance is to really trust in your own path and do what you can to build your confidence and be really discerning about who you surround yourself with, because it's going to be really important to see yourself as more of a leader and more professional in order to be successful in this next chapter. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, because I've started kind of distancing myself away from a lot of people to kind of go on my own path a little bit, because I'm starting to kind of realize that I need to do me for a while instead of being influenced by people and behaviors and stuff. So it's kind of like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I think the more that you do that, Emma, the more you're going to find that you believe in yourself. You're going to boost your own self-esteem and confidence. And you're going to find that you really don't need them in the way that you thought. And I think it's really going to help you to transcend into this next phase. And I just pulled another card for you, the 10 of Cups. And that's about trusting and getting back the joy that you put out. It's about a period of celebration. You're going to find, I think, a whole new group of friends as you ascend in your consciousness and really take time to love yourself, Emma. So I'm just really excited for you. We need more people like you on the planet, sending out your heart energy and going after your dreams. And
can I just ask you a quick question? Just can you see like a move on the card? Like, I'm just trying to find somewhere to live at the moment, and I'm just wondering. I was feeling like you were going to
be moving. I think you're definitely going to move. It felt like you were going to be moving around May. Is the message I got. I don't think it's going to be. You might move before then and move again, but I feel like you're going to be definitely moving in the next year. I'm sorry, my friend. We're moving to the end of the show here, but I do think things are going to work out for you. A move is coming. Thank you so much for calling, Emma. Have a beautiful night.
Thank you. You too. Thank you so much. You're so kind. See you later.
Oh, my pleasure. Bye, Emma. And I want to thank you, my lovely viewer and listener, for tuning in today to Mystical Adventures. This has been Anne Vivian. I did the whole show from my phone today because I had a minor computer issue, and it worked. Success, despite all obstacles. Thank you, Spirit. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a beautiful, blessed week, and take care. Namaste.